What's going on, guys? My name is Justin Langhill. I am a certified golf performance coach. First thing I need you guys to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment below with what you're struggling with on any video. I love to hear about it. It inspires all the videos that I make in the future. I just want to help. We want to grow the game. That's why we're here. And today what we're going to do is finally, on this channel, learn how to hit a driver. Now, I struggle with it myself still. It's an ongoing process. It is a learning curve for the rest of your life. But I want to make a couple things clear, as well as teach you a couple drills, exercises, movements, as we always do, to help you hit driver a little bit better. So I'm here on this cold day to teach you how to hit driver and make a few things clear. A lot of younger guys, younger golfers, they will struggle with the driver. They'll tend to move toward their irons, their 3-wood clubs that typically go into the ground. They have the strength, they have the rotation and mobility to hit those clubs a little bit better with compression. The older guys always tend to have that smooth 200, 250 yard drive right down the middle. Pisses the younger guys off because they actually don't want to go compress the ball. They all get their hybrid irons and learn how to just smooth hit it, and the ball club takes care of itself. What we're going to learn how to do is change our approach to the golf ball, because this is not a club that I need to compress. This is a club I need to launch. We want to hit the ball on the way up. So your swing has to adjust. It does not change. That is the key point of this video. When I'm hitting driver, I don't need to hit down on the ball. Obviously, it's on a tee. I don't need to hit down. I don't need to compress the golf ball into the ground. I need to figure out how to not change my swing. My swing remains the same. I need to adjust my body so that the club hits the ball on the way up, to create that launch, to have a better ball flight for this club specifically. That key point right there, I don't need to change my swing to hit this ball. My swing remains the same. You see the pros, they adjust their body, keep the swing the same. That's what we have to do here. So this ball is obviously on a tee. Now, another good tip, ideally when you're starting, you want the ball to be about halfway underneath the top of the club head and halfway above it. That's a good starting point to get the ball to go up. If you have success in other ways, ball lower, ball higher, I'm not going to tell you to change it. All I'm saying is that's a good starting point, is to be the ball should be halfway above and halfway below the top of the driver. Now, one good drill I like to do to simulate launching up, I'm going to start with my feet together. This is called the step out and swing drill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my feet together. I'm going to move the club forward first. As I pull it back, right when I get past my feet, I want to think about taking a step toward the ball or toward the target. So one more time here, step, and I would swing in one motion. I just wanted to show you the kind of two mini steps prior to the full swing. So boom. Okay. That's a step out and swing drill to promote speed and to swing up. Boom. So I'm already launching right off the bat. Up, pull back, swing up. Full body rotation, transfers the weight. It's the exact drill that we want to be thinking about while we're swinging a driver. Another thing that does, it keeps the swing short. When you have a longer club in your hand, people tend to want to take it super far back. If you don't have the mobility and your arms are creating that mobility, that's just a recipe for disaster. Think of John Rahm. Think of Cameron Young. Think of guys who have shorter backswings. They've trained themselves to do so on purpose so that they create less variables in the golf swing. One more of these swing drills. Okay, promoting all the things that I want to happen in a golf swing. So now when I pull my feet back to normal swing depth, you can see I'm going to actually lean toward the ball the same way I do here. Okay, I would never turn my shoulder in. So simulating how I'm supposed to address the ball by taking it up first, I'm going to create that angle of my shoulders how I want to hit the ball on the way up. So when I go to normal stance and I address the ball toward my front foot, I'm leaning back the way I should, promoting that launch. And then when I swing, I'm thinking about, right when I get to horizontal, I'm thinking about already getting back into my front side. So it's going to look like this. All right, let's hit one. Okay, address the ball. Got that angle on my shoulders, promoting launch. Crushed. right in the center. Love to see it. Sometimes I'm guilty myself of having a longer backswing, and that drill really helps me remind myself that I can shorten it even though I have the mobility to do so. Okay, now from a fitness perspective, what I want to teach you guys about is your center of gravity in the golf swing, where the club is naturally going to bottom out, right? It's always going to be in line with your belt buckle, with your zipper, whatever's in the middle of your body. And I want to show you a couple things on why, or what I mean by that. So if right now in your golf swing, you line this ball up closer to the center of my stance like this club is not going to be able to hit the ball on the way up the way it's designed to, because it's too close to my center of gravity where the club is supposed to bottom out, hit the ground essentially. Okay, so this is what I mean by when we say we have to adjust our approach. I need to approach the ball so that the club will bottom out at its center of gravity, but hit the ball on the way up. So if I'm in the center of my stance, it's just not going to work. That's where I'm coming down still on the ball. So I need to move it to, and a good way to check this is I'd wrap the ball right around the club shaft here. I'd take my stance, my normal stance, and now that ball is right by the heel of my front foot. A lot of people will say either the toe or some part of the front foot, doesn't matter, all the same, something by the front foot. So if I placed my club down where it would be if the ball was in the middle of my feet, this would be a position where I'd want to compress the ball, and I'd be looking for compression hitting the ball down at an angle. What I'm going to do here, and what a lot of players tend to do, is reach for the ball with their arms. You saw my right shoulder there. Reach for the ball. Everything on my right side as a righty dominant player just turned toward the ball, okay? As opposed to leaning back to approach the ball. The same thing happens. There's two ways to approach it. Either I take my entire right hand dominant side and go to the ball like this. So now I have my hands are in front of the ball as they would be in the middle. My weight tended to shift to the left. I'm looking at the ball from behind it, but everything on my right side of my body has dominated toward where the ball is now. My center of gravity, no matter what, if I move that ball forward, my center of gravity, because I moved everything, is now right back where it would be if the ball was in the center. Key point there is if I just move my body to where the ball is, that's where my center of gravity is. I'm going to now bottom out right there. I haven't changed my approach to shit. So what I need to do is recreate the center of gravity in the middle. Simply move the club face to the back of the ball with my left hand. You can do it with or without this right hand in it, but if I just move my left hand to the ball, then bring the club back to meet my right hand, this is where I want to be. Okay, now my center of gravity is still in the middle of my stance, so that designs my swing, the same swing I need to approach this ball with, to hit it on the way up. Learning your weight transfer and everything else, that'll be a whole separate issue. This is a good first step in why you're slicing the crap out of it or still hitting, you have a lot of marks on the top of your driver. This is probably the answer, is because you're taking your whole right hand dominant side and just moving it to the ball so that now my center of gravity, that's where it is. So I'm still hitting down on the ball, but even though every coach in the world told me to put it where it is, it doesn't change a thing. I need to keep that ball where it is up front, recreate my center of gravity in the middle, use my left hand, if you're right hand dominant, to move the club face to the ball, and then bring my left hand to meet my right one. Now you can see I have a nice angle with my shoulders. My head's still at center of gravity. My whole body's still at center of gravity, but the club is now addressed to the golf ball. Okay, so now when I swing, I hit the ball on the way up, and I get better contact meeting the face as opposed to swinging down on it. Combine that with this nice step out drill where you're learning how to sequence the body, start your swing already kind of leaning back, transferring your weight, rotating, and then step up to a golf ball and make a nice short swing, finish everything through. That's a great first step, couple drills, things to think about to help you hit the driver better. So guys, if you like that video and you want to watch more, I have so many other lessons that are on this page, on this channel. A lot are body related, a lot are swing related. I know in this part of the season, we're going to start switching more toward the fitness side because a lot of the US and other countries are going to be indoors. So again, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, definitely like. Please subscribe to the channel to catch some more. Go watch the last video I just had on lag to add all these things up. It'll certainly help you guys hit driver, hit all your clubs just a little bit better.